So why does it work? Well, I think it works because there's something called rhyme to reason effect, which is sort of like a cousin of speech to song effect. Rhyme to reason effect says that we are weirdly more likely to believe ideas and slogans if they contain an element of rhyme, an element of musicality. People are more likely in some studies to believe that birds of a feather flock together, for example, than if you rephrase that in a non-rhyming way. But this works very, very clearly in political rhetoric, I think, because it takes ideas that might be complicated and difficult to express, and it delivers them to people not through the capsule of a public policy plan, but rather through the capsule of music. So you think about something like, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. It was JFK's attempt to popularize the idea of the Peace Corps. But if you take the first half of that, ask not what your country can do for you, that's a really weird summary of modern liberalism. In fact, it's an incredibly strange thing for someone to say whose vice president is about to pass the Great Society program, Medicaid, Medicare, expansion of immigration rights, expansion of Social Security. Ask not what your country can do for you is the opposite of the sort of liberalism that JFK ended up sort of presenting to the world through his administration. But we repeat the idea over and over again because we don't hear the policy. We hear the music. And so I think it's very important throughout the book as I'm trying to give people ways of using some of this science to popularize their own ideas, that I also give them as audience members, as consumers, ways to resist some of the popularity and some of the tricks that can be played on them. And in many ways, I think that antimetaboly is one of the most efficient tricks, precisely because the brain hears the music and then wants to believe the underlying policy.